live, which is perfect. So we're going to start our Shabbat services. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This is wonderful to be here with you. It really feels like this is the jump start of summer. People are starting to plan and to I guess imagine how summer is going to look like. I know that's the way for us, and it's just been wonderful. I feel like every Shabbat, every Friday is like a culmination of the week, and counting and seeing what was the week, how it was, how it felt, and giving it a check and ready for just resting before the continuation. And it's wonderful that we can have this together, kulam beyachad, everybody together. So it's going to be a lot of singing, as you know me. I will be talking, but later. And it's not my favorite part. I love to sing with you. So please sing wherever you are, with whomever you are with. And we're going to start. We're going to start with Shalom Aleichem. If you are joining us with the prayer book, it's on page 142. We're going to start. שלום עליכם מלאכי השרת, מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם מלאכי השרת, מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם מלאכי השרת, שלום מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, שלום מלאכי השלום, מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאך עליון ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, wonderful. I'm seeing you moving around and enjoying and singing some words that you know and just being in the moment. We're going to continue with Or Zarua. It's found on page 132. And this for sure you're going to be able to sing along with us as Shai tunes his guitar. Or Zarua la Tzaddik, 132. Start. עוזרו אל הצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. עוזרו אל הצדיק, ישרה לב שמחה. עוזרו אל הצדיק, ישרה לב שמחה. שמחה, שמחה, שמחה. How about we move it up Yeah. There we go. Let's try that again. עוזר לצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. עוזר לצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. עוזר לצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. שמחה, שמחה, שמחה. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. אור זרוע, אור זרוע לצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק, ישרה לשמחה. שמחה, שמחה, שמחה. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, 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 let it shine. So I love to go back and forth with traditional Jewish music and traditional from other cultures and bringing things that are new. The next prayer is Tzadik Tamar, page 140, is a melody by Lewandowski, a German composer, and it brings different culture, a different kind of melody than we usually sing. And I love to bring that as well, to give a different ta'am, a different flavor of Jewish music. So we're on page 140 for Tzadik Tamar. Yes. Tzadik Tamar יפרח כארז בלבנון ישגה שתולי בבית בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בסבב דשנים ורעננים The righteous bloom like a date palm, Tzadik Tamar. We're going to continue with Lecha Dodi. It is the prayer that was written hundreds of years ago and has, I think it's about a few thousand melodies. And this is a new melody that I learned. This is a melody by Josh Warshawski. And I hope you enjoy it. This is wonderful Lecha Dodi, page 138. We will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and rising, the last one in the verse 9, welcoming Shabbat, the bride. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נעשוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Please rise and face the door if you're able. If not, just send your presence, send your love, and welcome the Shabbat. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני העם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Yeah, you can tell that we love this melody, and I hope that you love it too. We're going to continue with candle lighting, and we have a special thing to share with you. And let's see if I can do this. No, I think I got it. All right. Okay. So tonight, I think you can all see it, and I'm going to pick it up in a moment and show it to you. But Shai came back with his sister's candlesticks, and it is done by an artist. His name is Ofer. Do we know his last name? We'll find out in a moment, just because it's beautiful art. And I'll show it to you. This,
I don't know.
we'll find out. We need to find out. Okay, so this is the two candles, and it's with mirrors, and it turns into a Magen David. So Ofer Rubin created this beautiful art, and we're gonna light these candles today in honor of Shai's sister, in memory of his sister. If you like to light candles, you're welcome to.
And we're gonna do it with different melody.
That's right. Forgot to mention, I wanted to give a little bit more of my tradition, just so you can experience that. This is the melody that I would sing at home in Jerusalem with my parents. And same words, just a little bit different melody. And in my house, you would say, Boi b'shalom, Boi b'shalom, Boi b'shalom, which is come in peace, come in peace, come in peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של Shabbat. Can we say Shabbat Shalom?
Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to continue with the Baruch Hu found on page 146. We rise and we call everybody to worship. This is where the fun starts. ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך המבורך לעולם ועד המבורך המבורך לעולם ועד. We remain standing. I'll walk back so you can see my face. There we go. We continue with the Shema, so we stay standing. I really take this moment for the Shema to be silent and maybe try to align my breathing with my heartbeat. So I'm going to ask you to do something just for 30 seconds, is to put your yad, put your hand over your heart or center of your chest and feel your heartbeat and try to breathe in that same rhythm. You can even count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And if it's faster, then you breathe faster. If it's slower, you breathe slower. But at this moment, we're aligning everything that we can, our thoughts, the rhythm, the beating of our hearts, and our breath. And when we feel like we are centered, and we can have gratitude for what we have. And we sing Shema all together. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You can sit down. We're going to continue with the V'ahavta. It's found on page 154. If you can chant along with me. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Page 158 is the prayer Mi Chamocha, a wonderful celebration of reaching the other side. And we have, in a way, we are reaching the other side of this year and a half. And it is full of joy. It is full of happiness and a lot of planning, which is such a wonderful thing that we couldn't have done just a few months ago. And we sing the Mi Chamocha together in joy and in a lot of regesh, a lot of emotions with it.
Was that too fast?
Sure.
It was too fast?
No, it's
Okay. מלכותך ובניך
jumping right into Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, page 160. It's about asking God to guide us. And we felt it. We felt the guidance at the times that these tough times, and always kept that in our minds, in our hearts. So the prayer Hashkivenu, found on page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו בנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. Continue with Vishamru, page 168. And yeah, I was just thinking that we didn't decide which melody we would sing this.
Which one do you want?
Our
okay, yes. I'm there in a minute.
He's reading my mind. He's reading my mind which melody we're singing it right now. This is the... Vishamru, page 162. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדוד הברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדוד הברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדודם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדודם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ונפש, שבת ונפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדודם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת Our hearts and minds go now to people who need a prayer of healing. And in the meantime, you can add names if there's anybody in need of healing, mind, body, or spirit. You can add them to our Zoom chat. In our Misha Berach list, we have Sarah Alon, Pamela Abraham, Bert Brooks, Gil Cherish, Miles Dates, Debbie Dunner, Martin Feindling, Pearl Ginsburg, Jessica Israelit, Herb Jaffe, Sarah Knopf, Jackie Jean Michaels, Laura Mitchell, Sylvia Nemiroff, Lynn Newman, Bryn Pine, Wendy Rosenblum, Wayne Shaw, Marvin Sagerman, and Gail Silva. I'm adding the names to the Misha Berach. We have Scott Daneman, Claudia Davidovich, Ryan Beth Violet Spears, Adam Goldberg, Diana Spears, Fran Mullane, Oliver, is that David Block, Maggie Miller. I apologize if I said the names wrong. And we think of all those who are caring for people who are ill. We're going to chant the Misha Berach, keeping in mind the intention of full healing for all of those and all those who are suffering. Sure. While Shai tuned his guitar again. Do that when I'm talking. I'm kidding. Page 371. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with רפואה שלמה. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We continue with our prayers on page 164 for the Amidah. I'm going to ask you all to please lakum, please rise as we chant the Amidah together.
Yes.
אפתח ופי אגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחלקל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We continue silently, and when you are done, you may be seated. Adonai, Tzuri, Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when you breathe. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you. Oh, my rock, and my Redeemer. Almost 2,000 years ago, lived two sages, Hillel and Shammai. Hillel is known for his saying, if I am not for myself, then who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, then what am I? And if not now, when? Shammai was known for his strictness of views. In time, their views were represented by their students and became Bet Hillel and Bet Shammai. The two houses represented two schools of thought. Those two schools of thought had vigorous debates on matters of how to celebrate holidays, who to marry, ethics, and theology. And the Talmud records over 300 of difference of opinions between the house of Hillel and the house of Shammai. The characteristics of Bet Hillel, peace-loving, accommodating themselves to circumstances and time, bringing a person nearer to God and to their neighbor. On the other hand, Bet Shammai, stern and unbending. A possible source of their controversies may have been socioeconomic. It is told that Hillel was very poor and barely had money to study Torah, while Shammai came from an upper class status and didn't have to deal with scenarios that a poor person would. Even though they had hundreds of arguments and discussions and disagreements, the houses kept a respectable and friendly relationship over the years. Rabbinic Judaism has always valued machloket, conflict. The rabbis saw engaging in a machloket as a critical part of uncovering truth. The key, however, is to engage in the machloket in a constructive way. And so special was this argumentative nature relationship of Hillel and Shammai that it is in the Mishnah that gives them, Hillel and Shammai, as an example of a machloket leshem shamayim, an argument for the sake of heaven. What makes an argument leshem shamayim, for the sake of heaven? 4 categories. The first, that an argument that doesn't hurt the relationship, which means after they argue, they're still friends. Number 2, what is the goal? To win or to solve problems? The goal of the argument isn't to win, but is to reach a solution that would serve all sides. Number 3, be open to being wrong. Both sides had to listen. Lishmoa, had to listen. And if the evidence that was brought was strong, then one side would declare that they were wrong and agree with the other side. And number 4, which is probably the most complicated and interesting, is there is a possibility that both sides are right and correct. In Pirkei Avot, it says, every debate that is for the sake of heaven will endure. But if it is not for the sake of heaven, it will not endure. What is an example of a debate for the sake of heaven? Like I said earlier, the argument of Hillel and Shammai. What is an example of a debate not for the sake of heaven? The debate of Korach and all of his congregation. Which brings me to this week's Torah portion. In this week's Torah portion, Korach and his congregation of about 250 people stand against Moses and Aaron. Korach accuses Moses and Aaron of being condescending and raised above the people, as if the connection to God and divinity is only for them and their closed circle. He is saying, why can't we all stand on equal ground? Arguing that the connection to the divine is for the entire holy community, and therefore he, Korach, is entitled for priesthood. So why is this argument not for the sake of heaven? This argument hurt and angered Moses, as he fell to the ground once Korach finished speaking. It's important to remember that Moses was so modest. He rejected leading the people several times. He didn't want this job. He was chosen. Korach was a leader in his own right in the tribe of Levi, who had an important position in the community already as Levites. And he wanted to win the priesthood. The purpose wasn't to offer his service to the community and actually connect the community to the divine, but to take the priesthood, self-gain. Moses gives Korach and his group a chance to continue a conversation, but his ambassadors, Datan and Aviram, refused. So there was no further conversation. They did not want to listen to Moshe. The result of this interaction was the death and destruction of Korach, Datan and Aviram, and the 250 people who stood with him. The machloket of Korach, the argument, is an argument that is about power, vengeance, pride, and ego. One of the sides had to be eliminated. When we don't accept the validity of other opinions and approaches, we also can't coexist aside them, forcing us or them solution. Every time we deny legitimacy of a counter opinion to ours regarding politics, health, Israel, human rights, we are choosing a machloket Korach and denying the opportunity to move forward and evolve together. When we engage in a machloket l'shem shamayim, we engage in a healthy questions regarding our principles, acknowledging there is probably more than one point of view to each of them. It is my prayer that as we come out of this 1.5 year turbulent time, that we engage in more machloket l'shem shamayim, emphasizing the essence of Torah, which is love thy neighbor as thyself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Shabbat Shalom. It is my honor to invite Rob, our president, who has been so amazing and wonderful this past 2 years, and very thankful to you. So thank you, Rob, for everything.
Thank you, Cantor, Noah, and thank you, Shai. Wonderful Shabbat of song, and appreciate your words spoken very eloquently. Noah, thank you. In case you haven't heard, we are very excited to announce that our Kol Tikva building will welcome us back with our July 9th pizza dinner schmooze, followed by our schmooze Shabbat. We can't wait to schmooze with all of you in person. We ask that you let us know you are coming. so we're able to get the right amount of food. We're so ready and excited to welcome you back home. Please register on our website so we have enough food. If you are still feeling nervous about going out, not to worry. We will still be live streaming the service. Membership drive is on, so send in your membership dues if you've not already. Bring a friend or a family member. New members are to be encouraged by all, so thank you. There are always amazing programs going on at Temple Kol Tikva. Keep an eye out for the Thursday afternoon emails with our upcoming events and their Zoom links. Please visit our website, koltikva.org, for more information. Thank you all for joining together tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rob. All right. Our thoughts turn now to those who have lost a person, lost a loved one. And in our recently departed list, we have Rhonda Michelson, remembered by Victoria Sklar, and Charlotte Bernstein, remembered by the Newborn and Bernstein families. Arlene Nyberg, remembered by Nyberg family. Saul Ratner, remembered by Laureen Waterman. In our Yahrzeit list, we remember our loved ones: Edward Cohen, Jacob Edelman, Faye Halpern, Julius Halsberg, Barton Allen Kazin, Harry Lisker, Avraham Mishan, Natalie Odeski, Rachel Ribbons, Anne Ruth Riskin, Louis Seawack, Clara Sheffer, Gloria Stawisky, Martin Tepper, Neil Weinstein, and Marshall Wexler. If there are names for the Yahrzeit, please put them in the chat. And I'm going to put the words of the mourners Kaddish as well. If you are in the first week of mourning, please rise. If you are in the first 30 days, shloshim, please rise. If you are in the first year of mourning, like us, please rise. And if you are remembering a Yahrzeit, please rise. And we all rise to support our community, our kehillah. And we say the mourners Kaddish. Let me just change this. There we go. We say it together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba. Be'alma divrach yeruteh ve'amlich malchuteh. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. You can stay standing. We're going to sit down so we can sing, but you can stay standing and give a hug to the person next to you. We're going to sing our Oseh Shalom, our concluding song, and focusing on the future, on love, and that we are together. We are biyachad. Soon to physically be together at July 9th, which is very exciting. Shalom במרומיו, shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, ועל כל העולם. If there is anybody there with a Kiddush cup, please let me know so we can highlight you. There's, oh, Tina's with a Kiddush cup, and Vicky's with a Kiddush cup, and Rob is with a Kiddush cup, and so is Carol, and oh, and Jessica. Perfect. So raise your, yes. So raise your glass. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen lechaim. I baked a gluten-free bread. I think I should bring it. In the meantime, I would like to brag. So let's see if anybody can show us a challah. Perfect. In the meantime, I'm running to grab it so you can see it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Look at those challahs.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I like the tortilla too.
Did you bake that? Oh, here's Noah's.
It is gluten-free and it's good for you. All right, we're going to say...
Always looks perfect.
And we're going to say our motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avot. I'm going to allow everybody to mute. We can stop the streaming and everybody can say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Yasher Cohen, Koach, Noah, and Shai. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Beautiful service.
Beautiful.
Shabbat shalom.
Beautiful.
Shabbat
Noah, you did a great
Beautiful.
job. You and Shai did a great job.
Thank you.
I
love
Lovely.
you. With you
Jessica, are
all.
you stopping the streaming? Yes, thank you. Why?